Hey, what's going on, guys? KP Heathen first in. You're Gradden. How y'all doing? We're roughly on time for a change. I actually had a nap today. Been skipping naps past couple days. But I guess it caught up with me today. I just said, yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and fight it. I just stretched out and took a nap. Blah. Coffee's cold. Hmm. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. I was picking up an awful lot of noise in there. Background noise filter was off. Seems like another slow Sunday. Well, how was your week? Yeah, hit time change. Yeah, I haven't felt the effects of it just yet. Well, yeah, I'll probably feel it tomorrow though. Oh, shoot! I should be yawning. I know I slept a good 45 minutes, almost an hour. Oh no! Oh, good deal. Yeah, the more you use it, the more comfortable you'll get with it, and you've got a level head on your shoulders. There's some people that should not drive forklifts, which is why there's training. You wouldn't give a you wouldn't give a person that had their driver's license for 1 week a Maserati to drive. Oh, but not without a bunch of insurance on it. Yeah, my son does a lot of forklift work. He was working for a company that makes parts for Toyota. So he knows his way around the building and he knows his way around a forklift. Cats are getting into something. They're too quiet. Gonna try to keep this live stream at least within a 2 hour, uh, at least 2 hours. Cooking all the elements for my soft tacos tonight, but I ran into a time crunch. So I got the chicken ready, and I got to add all the seasoning, get all that taken care of, and throw it all together. So if not, I had a little snack to hold me over. Should be good. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting a late start on dinner. It's all right. Was that you? Was that you that turned the alarms off and went back to sleep? I do that sometimes. It. Hey, Past McClotty. Yeah, what I do is my weekends I sleep in at least until about 10:30, 11. But the weekdays I'm usually up around 9:30. Let's face it, nothing really gets started until about 9 anyway. Yeah. I just I mean, it's not like I have to be anywhere during the week, but it doesn't do me any good to sleep in on it during the week because there's just there's things that need to be done. Sometimes if the weather is nice, the daylight, if you can get a few hours extra daylight, makes all the difference. Whether you could get something done or not. Past McClatty's busy. She got grandbabies on the way. But they're going to keep you busy. Yeah. Third shift always worked well for me because I don't. I've always been this way, especially in the summer. in the summertime, I won't go to bed until about 4. And I can't help it. I've been like that since I was little. But now, if I have to be somewhere in the morning, I can get myself to sleep a little earlier. Do I like it? No. But, you know, if I have to be somewhere, I'd rather not rush around the house and be in a hurry. Don't worry about if I forgot something. Yeah, third shift always worked for me. I've worked midnight to 6 at a radio station for years. It just worked out perfectly for me. The only time that didn't work out is bad weather in the wintertime. Sometimes I'd have to make a makeshift bed, nap in one unused rooms. I'd usually have a manager or one of the sales staff come wake me up when the roads are clear. We had this really steep hill called Hall's Gap. It's literally a gap in the middle of a mountain, and it's really long. It's you really got to get a run and go, and that was all just slick as snot. And they said, you're not going home." I'm like, "Why? What is there a meeting?" And they're like, "No, the roads are bad. Just wait until they clear the roads." I said, "Well, I'll be in the AM studio taking a nap then." There's the only downside to working those shifts is your daytime is everyone else's nighttime. So if you got stuff you have to do in town and you already pulled a shift, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a wonder I didn't gain a bunch of weight. When they would bring there was a bakery in town. Well, the next town over would bring fresh donuts in the morning. It's a wonder I didn't gain a bunch of weight. But I managed not to. And they had, just all those sweet filled donuts and stuff, and I was the odd one. I like their glazed donuts, so everyone else got the fancy schmancy stuff, and I was content with a glazed donut and a cup of coffee. But yeah, I've done that before. Or actually, get off work, and I got one day off, and this was before they switched me to weekends, and I was just doing weekends, 2 days, out of the week. You know, there were times I went straight home, got cleaned up. I'd turn around and go back to town because we had appointments or whatever. Dog tired. Hey, how's it going, Holly? Welcome in. You hear my neighbor calling their dog. He likes to come over here because of the cats. He's stubborn. When they call him, he doesn't listen. There have been a few times she got so frustrated with him. I went outside and I said, "Go home, Roscoe." He turned around, he kind of looked at me and hang his head from across the road. Holly, where are you from? What state? Not I don't need to know town, just what state or country. It's good to see you in here though. New faces are always welcome. I don't think I could. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would go back into radio again. It's not like it used to be. It's not fun. It's boring. You really, the only place that you would actually work at that does the old style of broadcasting where we had a rotation of disc jockeys, that would now they call them personalities, although that's questionable. I've heard some that have no personality. Usually we would, stations would have 5 personalities or more to go through. And now it's just they might have 2, and even those are voice tracked. So you think they're in the studio, but they're really not. Oh, I don't know about that. I know some good people from New Jersey. Yeah, they got a safe list of. Well, here's the problem with that. Really, a lot of radio stations have been gobbled up by the big companies like iHeart. Um, and even Walmart is on par with iHeart Radio. If you listen to their jingles over Walmart Radio, it's done by the same company that does the jingles for iHeart. But iHeart will buy up all these stations, that already had uh, established, an audience, and then they would fire the best disc jockeys they had. And I've had a few friends here in Kentucky that lost their jobs to iHeart, and they had to sign a contract. They had to stay, not a contract, but they had to agree on paper that they would not be on the air for a few years before that would run out, and then they can get back into radio again. I thought it was about the crappiest thing I ever heard of in my life. But you get these mom and pop radio stations like the ones I worked for. you have a better chance, getting in there and having a show. I say that, but the one in the next town over went back to satellite just like they did the last time with the other station. I understand it saves money. You don't have to pay as many people, but it's just so, I don't know. I guess because I know that those disc jockeys aren't in Kentucky, they have no idea what the hell's going on here. Yeah. Behind the scenes of radio is just not, it's not fun. It's not fun anymore unless you're somebody like Howard Stern getting paid the big bucks or whatever. Actually, I had more fun running my own station. I've had a few that were legal limit and maybe one or two that weren't quite legal limit. But either way, I had fun with it. Hey, Tambus Creek, what's going on? Tampa Creek, did you, I bet you had a busy day again today, didn't you? Tampa, I don't know where the rest of the crew is. Well, I know where one is. I think he's probably went to evening service. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know, Holly. I feel like I feel like a lot of the farms in Kentucky have sold out. I hate to think that, but I really do. You could drive by and see those tags they've got at the end of the corn rows. You and me both, Tampa. If I could train my cats to clean house, they would get extra treats every day. It's not the case, though. They like to get in my way when I'm trying to clean. Every time I get up from my desk, they think it's feeding time when I clearly know when I fed them the last time. Or lay down, and take a nap. Then when I get up, they think it's time for me to feed them again. I'm like, no, I know I fed you. I fed you 2 hours ago. You gotta watch the cats are slick. Yeah, well, they're going to get fed these extra feedings aren't going to happen. My pocketbook said no. Uh, cat food's expensive. I never understood why. Okay, I realize that dog food is a much bigger chunks. than cat food. But why in the world do dogs get these 75? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there, but they get these great big ass bags, right? And then you got cat food, and like the best you can do is like a 33-pound bag of cat food. And that's not even filled to the top. I never understood that. You have to have a forklift to get a bag of dog food in your cart. Take two people, pull it off the shelf, put it in your cart, pull up to the register, hope it's got one of those readers, check the price on it at the register, and then you still have to get it in your car, go home, get it out of the car. I guess that's why I don't have dogs. I don't, yeah, I mean, it's that's the problem too, like technology moving forward, and they're finding new ways to grow. And the only problem is that if a farmer falls for that trick that a lot of these big corporations have, where you buy their seed so they have a higher yield, they bring more money in when they sell the grain, but their downside is that they're obligated, well, under contract, they can't sell or use that seed anywhere else except for the plot of land that they registered that seed under, because they've copyrighted their seed. I think it's about the craziest thing I've ever heard of. It's just another way to make money. And as long as the people like us still have companies like Burpee and uh, all these seed companies, I can't think of all right off Baker's Creek. As long as we have those, we're good. But save your seeds. That's all I can say, because if they could do that to if big corporations could do that to a farmer, what would they do to us? We're just trying to make our food bill go, to be cheaper and to eat better. I've put my foot down. I've not been buying junk food, and I'm trying to eat healthier. And honestly, I'm seeing a big difference in my bills. I mean, like my food bill, when I, make sure that I don't buy anything packaged, my food bill is a whole lot cheaper. And I'm actually, the money's stretching a little bit further. That's kind of why I'm pushing to put a garden in, even if it is a container garden. That little bit extra to hold me over. That's all the difference in the world right there. Tampa, did you do any of your other did you do any more apartment? Yeah, words aren't coming to me very well tonight. I don't know what the deal is, but apartment hunting. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I kind of like my little place here, but I don't like my kitchen. Some of those kitchens, I know that one video I watched of yours, Tampa, the kitchen. I would die for a kitchen like that. where you had room to walk. Mine is probably about 7 foot, and that's it. And you've got that's in a hallway that takes you to the master bedroom. It's kind of hard to explain, but counters countertops, I don't like. I have like these really small countertops. So you got 3 people in the kitchen. It's a crowd. But thankfully, it's just me and the cats. So if the cats get in the way, I just tell them to get out. Yeah, yeah, that's me. I grow. I usually keep a small garden. I haven't really put out anything huge. I've got plenty of room, um, but it would take probably a tractor to till up this yard. I've got a whole backyard I could work with if I wanted to. I can't. I don't. I have no idea how much land I have when I'm renting here, but I could do whatever I want to with it. Yeah, they plant soybean here as a cover crop, and then the next year they'll put corn. Um, how one year I'm not quite sure what they were going for, unless it was just put nutrients back in the soil. But there was one farm up the road that put they had corn, and then the next year they put goldenrod. So it was a whole field of goldenrod. I guess they were doing that for probably to uh, probably to add more nitrogen and stuff back into the soil. Homestead Aquarius, what's going on, man? Yeah, I want to. I'd like to just make an outdoor kitchen. At least I could use in the summertime. I haven't really got anywhere to put one though. I don't mind the snacks just as long as they're not sugary. I'm trying to avoid the sugary crap. I would just I would order corn seeds, or if you know a good grain mill that's trustworthy and you know where their seed is coming from, I would get what you need there. It's too much. There's too much food out there being tampered with. going on, Homestead Aquarius? You staying out of trouble? Feel a sneeze coming on. Too busy to too busy to make trouble. Is it warm down your way, Homestead? Oh, it's good. It's been nice and warm here. Even today was a little bit on the cool side, but like not, oh, I gotta put a sweater on. Hang on, folks. I got a cat scratching at the door. Be right back. I've got a cat that I've managed to see how he does this. He scratches at the door, but it's like a tap scratch. So he like taps the door and scratches like he runs his paw down the door. And he'll do it until I let him in. And it frustrates me sometimes because he always picks the time when I'm doing something. And he's persistent. He's a good cat, but he's persistent. Yeah, I like this. There's a sweet corn that my co-host Randall usually plants, and it was peaches and cream. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was good. That was good sweet corn. Very nice flavor to it. It was sweet corn, but on a whole nother level. And I had a few ears of that corn, and that was pretty good. Hey, welcome in, Janet Potter. How you been? Got another video I'm working on. Some more old school tech. And this time it's the FM wireless microphone from Radio Shack. I've got two of them. And slowly but surely I'm getting all the footage together. I just have to edit that and upload it. So whenever I can, I would like to add some of the old tech, the old school stuff from the 70s on up to about 2000. And these FM wireless mics are kind of comical, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'll just let you all wait till the video pops up. While I'm thinking about it, and I forget to do it again later, I'm going to see what year this was put out. I was kind of curious what year they came out with these. Okay, 1993. Yeah. Okay. Good deal. I'll tell you what. I do this all the time, don't I? I'll say you have to wait until the video drops, but let me just share this. There, yeah, okay, there it goes. So I can't zoom in. I don't know why not, but yeah, it won't let me. Or will it? No. Open link in new window. I'm clicking it. Nothing is happening. Oh yeah. Okay. Nice. Nothing happened. Anyway, here's a little sneak peek. Some old school tech. 1993, realistic. At Tandy Corporation. What's going on with StreamYard here? Why is it acting? Hey, grief. Every time I use StreamYard, it has some stupid quirk to it. All right, Gear. Yeah, get your. Don't go hungry on this live stream. I see a frog's eye. Better be you, Homestead.
Hey, what's up, Barry?
What's going on?
Yeah, I guess I was making StreamYard nervous. It said the last time that hillbilly came up on live stream through me, it really messed things up. So I'm sorry.
No, it's been acted up here lately. A lot of people have been having problems with it, and it doesn't justify what they're asking for monthly.
Yeah, and I heard it went up too, didn't it? It was a while back.
Yeah, it did a while back. I haven't looked to see. I'm sure it's still out of my reach. It's out of my budget.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh no, what did I do?
Yeah. Well, you did something. Yeah. You have this thing for radios, you see. And I have just today come into possession of some amount of radio type things, a CB base unit, um, car radios, car stereos, whatever, some amplifiers, and some special like marine amplifiers, marine amps.
Wow.
So I may be getting lightly into the radio business, or once I figure out what all this stuff is, it's all boxed up. Maybe something that I find somebody that they can use it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
So might be hitting you up, saying, what is this? I don't even know if this stuff works, but this guy's stuff, and he's moving and hadn't messed with it in a long time. He says, you want it? It's free. I'm like, sure, I'll take it. That sounds like a good price. Free.
Yeah, I like that price. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it very often. I don't see it often, but I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You were mentioning old technology, and I said, well, maybe this right here might be some old tech.
Yeah. Hello,
Yeah.
Carol.
What I'll do is when we get together, and I'll figure out what's in this box, and maybe pick your brain and figure out what I can do with it or what you can do with it. I don't know. Um, the thoughts of getting a radio, like it, getting a radio set up like with ham or CBs or anything like that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
it
it's getting in, especially if it's free.
is. Well,
Uh,
that's what Goblin and I have been doing. We've been getting radios all lined out,
yeah,
and he just bought a new base antenna for his CB. We got him all lined out, and he's just got to put it up on a tower.
there you go. Who just came in? Sunshine.
Yep.
This is when trouble starts, generally speaking. Right.
Price of gas here. I don't know because I don't drive. I don't keep up with it. 2 something. I think
Go up.
2.99. I'm not sure.
I paid $2.89 when I filled up this morning. Not real sure. When it goes up, I'm real proud that I have a little tiny vehicle that gets good gas mileage.
Yeah, it's a plus.
There's more trouble. Katie. Got South
Oh,
Florida Sunshine, and then we got Katie. There's trouble. There's 2 of them that are trouble. Yeah.
dude. The highest I'm seeing is $3.10.
That doesn't sound right. Have you checked California yet?
And that's just for Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
This gas station right up the road from me. $3 for regular. The next town over, Danville, they're $3.10 at Murphy's, which is Walmart. Bucky's. Bucky's? Really? $3 for regular? Wow, I think just the other day it was like $2.99 or $2.89. Wow.
Yeah, we never go to war of any kind where it doesn't, shake everything up and they charge folks more. Especially over there, like in the land of oil and free sand, you know. So
They should dig some of that sand up and just put an ocean in the middle of it.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to say too much about all that, right? There's many things we could do. But it feels so good out there, and now we've got some more cold weather coming. I'm like, no, wait, this is not fair. I'm used to shorts and short sleeves, and now you're going to cause us to bundle back up, right? It's going to be cold again for a little bit, but I'm declaring spring to be here. Okay, it's here.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're getting a taste of spring. I could honestly say that. But 48 right now, but we were what in the 60s today? Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. It's been beautiful. But the one thing, I was out driving today, and I was horrified. Okay, it's a little off the subject, or maybe in the subject. I don't know, but I was absolutely horrified by seeing all these trees blooming. Uh, can you guess which ones I'm horrified to see?
Uh, no.
Bradford pears.
Oh hell no.
Yes, I don't know whether I hate them more than I hate kudzu or not. I don't know which one I hate more. I think
Um,
Bradford pears. I hate Bradford pears more.
yeah, I'll not to make up your mind for you, but I would have to pick the Bradford pear.
There is so much white blooming terrible monster Bradford pears all over my land. It's terrible. Uh, just terrible. It's like, you know, you tell people what they are and what they do, and but they're so pretty. Like, cut it down, get a real pear. Get a real pear tree. Oh, but it's beautiful. You know,
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah, they're beautiful, but
Yeah,
they're an invasive piece of fecal matter. And I got one at the end of my see, I can't get away from them, Homestead. I got one here at the end of my house.
yeah, yeah.
There was one up there at the top of the hill, and I've got one here next to the house, and you
Yeah.
know,
And the blossoms when that fragrant smell hits you, it's not that pleasant thing.
no, not really, no. But um,
Things we won't talk about, right?
and mine's got green buds on it, so
Now
it
look,
didn't
there's
home.
there's Katie right there, the seaman trees. I I don't. I'm thinking it smells a little bit like the other flavor. Um, you know, I guess that's whether it's male or female plants or blossoms or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but it yeah. This one needs to be cut down. It's growing dangerously close to the roof. And I keep telling the landlord, and I said, you know what? Next time I talk to him, I'm going to just tell him I'm going to cut the damn thing down myself.
Yeah, it'd be a shame for something to happen to it.
Yeah, it would be horrible, wouldn't
Hmm.
it?
Hey,
you ever,
dang, woodpeckers got chainsaws now. What the hell?
have you ever burned any of that Bradford pear?
I have, and it's worthless to burn.
It's worthless, but now it is good for like if you need to get your fire going quick.
Hmm.
But it's not good for your flu. It it just burns too quick. It produces a lot of ash. Um, it's just not even when it's dead. It's not a good tree.
It's not. It's just it's terrible. It's absolutely it's terrible. Yeah. Uh, and they're just horrible. And it's beautiful. You see all these white blossoms, but back in the day, you would have seen beautiful white blossoms of real pear trees, dogwoods, red buds, you know, and
Yeah.
Bradford pears are taking over everything. And now, when I'm driving around, I see entire hillsides filled with these things. You know, oh well, what do we do? By the time uh, my children get to be old men, there will be nothing but Bradford pears, and then crappy little yellow pines and kudzu. That's all that'll be left. That's all the trees will have. You know. Oh,
The Kudzu was used in Hazard, Kentucky, and around that area to control erosion.
Yeah.
That was done years ago, back in the I think 50s, probably early 60s, and
Yeah.
now they can get rid of the crap.
They can.
They're having a hard time keeping it under control, and every year, at least twice a year, they have to clear several of the tunnels out. These are
Yeah.
like really short tunnels,
Yeah.
and because they'll block it.
Well, they did. They brought them in for erosion control, but then they found out that it's actually worse for erosion, um,
Yeah.
because it covers the trees, climbs over everything, blocks out the sunlight, everything below it dies. And then when it rains, there are no plants besides kudzu to hold in the dirt. So the rain just washes everything out and it becomes big, nasty gorges and canyons. It enhances erosion once it takes over.
Oh yeah, yeah. The place I was renting for 2 years in Hazard, uh, what was the flooding was a result of kudzu, and they were rerouting water off of Hal Rogers Parkway, but they didn't think about further up the road. Where's this water going to? They ended up coming down into our valley and flooding our road out, and not just our road, but several others. And ours was a kind of a dead end road, so the school bus must have had nads of steel because they would have to back in. They'd have to back the bus in on this narrow bridge, like very narrow bridge at the end of our road, and turn around and come back out because there was basically nowhere to turn the bus around other than that, just a little tiny bridge. I said, dude, that bus driver's got balls of steel. That's all there is to it.
Mm.
But yeah, we had some pretty bad flooding, and if our house hadn't been up off the ground, like our house was like 3.5, 4 foot above the road. It was a hillside, so if it wasn't for that, our house would have been flooded.
Man.
But and I've still got to this day, I still have video on my hard drive somewhere of that. It it was something that you didn't, you don't think that would ever happen to you. You
Yeah.
never think you ever see that in person
Yeah.
until you do. It's like, holy crap.
There was back when I was a kid, we lived on a creek, and one of my neighbors, they had kids, and we all rode the bus together and everything. And their house was built actually over the creek.
Huh.
Most of it was anchored into the side of the creek there on the bank, and there was some grass and some some good stable ground there for most of it. But then the back half of it, with the back porch and everything, was up on concrete piers out over the creek. And when it flooded, that it floodwaters was going up under there, and there'd be whole trees coming down the creek, during the floods. And it's like how that house is still standing after decades and decades of it being there. It's like,
I don't see how, dude.
yeah.
How do they keep the floors from rotting?
Well, it's well above the creek, right?
Yeah.
It's well above the normal level of the creek. So there's lots of air and everything, but when it goes up into a bad flood, it come up like 7, 8 feet, but it I've seen the trees and the logs that come down that creek, and it's like they just got like the hand of God right there on them. to protect them or something. Oh, it's a long time ago.
That flood, that flood was so powerful that it pulled a culvert pipe right up out of the ground and washed it up to the end of our road.
Man.
You know, it just unreal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, where you're at now, you're not going to be doing any flooding.
No, it'd have to come months of rain, nonstop rain, before it would flood here. But you know, the water coming off the hill is just as bad because it does wash out the driveway.
Yeah. And Miss Katie Kitchen, Texas, is leaving. She's got to have her quiet time.
Oh.
And I probably need to check up in the chat. There was Miss Holly there. Got some stuff going on you might want to address. I don't know, but there's a lot of that. So got some sickness there. I had several friends lately that have been coming down with some things
Hey.
like. Hey
there, Homestead. How you doing there, bro?
What's up, Randall?
Pretty well. Yeah, hanging in there, ain't you?
Trying to.
Yeah.
Hanging in there like a dried up dingleberry.
Ooh. But that's pretty tight then.
It's gonna hurt to pull me out now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna make it hard. Somebody's gonna yelp.
Well, enjoy your quiet time, Katie. Is that the Katie we know or Katie you know? Because I don't know.
You don't know?
That's the Katie we know or the Katie you know. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Do we even know?
I don't even know.
I don't know. There's Katie's Kitchen out in Texas, and then there's another Katie, longer way off.
Texas. Katie we know.
I think we know both of these Katies, right? So
Beth Schuler, welcome in.
Man, I'm so tired.
We say there, Beth. Hello.
How you doing, Beth?
Oh.
Our buddy Becca is out there on a cruise ship.
Who is?
Becca, Create with Becca. She's out on a cruise ship right now.
Yeah, she won't get much reception out there.
Dude, I'm sorry, but right now with things as unhinged as they are, that's the last place I want to be.
I didn't get any when we went on a cruise that one time. You couldn't, if you get so far out there, it's that's it. You don't get nothing.
That's why that's why they have 50 million things to do on the ship. Because you get out in the middle of the water, there's nothing to do.
They don't want you beating on that phone while you're out there. They want you to spend some money. They don't want you up on YouTube and crap like that. They want you down there in that gambling casino spending some dough.
Yeah, the house always wins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's off grid. She's only gonna be on grid when they allow everybody to be on grid.
Becca's off grid.
You can buy time when you're on there. You can buy time to Wi-Fi service. You can buy it. You have to buy it though. See, that's where they got you. You're not going to use your carrier service because it won't reach up out there. They use Starlink, and you got to pay for it. Yeah. Of course, I guess man was inclined to, and had some extra dough. He could probably buy a little time there so he could film everything, whatever. I didn't do it. I had a regular camcorder with me and done it that way.
Holly Vines, they're not allowed to do that. They have a holding, pretty much a septic system built into the bow of the ship, bowels of the ship, so to speak, and they empty that out. And they have regulations.
I don't know. I'm gonna take your word on it. I don't know where all that poop goes to.
Even if they didn't, what difference does it make? There's millions of fish crapping in the ocean right now.
It doesn't matter nothing. It's just that much more fetal matter. Doesn't matter. It ain't gonna hurt the environment. No way. Ain't like you're dumping toxic waste into it. Well, in some cases, I guess you are.
That's just a lovely thought.
Yeah. Let's just, let's change the subject, somebody.
Well, speaking of fecal matter, unregulated fecal matter, have y'all heard about? I think it's DC's little mishap that they had.
Which
They have a lot.
which
It hasn't
one?
been in the big news or anything.
Which one?
Well, recently they had something go on with their sewage system, and apparently it's most of DC or whatever that the sewage system backed up or whatever, and they were pumping it directly into the Potomac River.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Untreated, just like a river for a long time.
They had to get rid of it. They had to. They had no choice. I remember what you're talking about now.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, wow.
what are we gonna do with all this?
Can you imagine being on a boat, sitting there just minding your own business fish, and all of a sudden you smell something, you going, and you look around, and there's this big wall of PCs coming at you,
Hey, something's wrong with water.
You go to cast your line, and your bobber just sticks into the back.
You have to cut the bobber off because you don't want to bring that back into your tackle box.
Yeah, well, you probably can't. You try to pull it, and
we might want to go fishing. That river got muddy.
Yeah, that'd be a bad deal.
Yeah, they said that the what is it, the pathogen level, or the I don't know, the poop related stuff level of things in the Potomac River, right around that area was like 100,000 times legal limit. So.
Oh crap! I mean, yeah, crap! Wow.
Yeah.
Ew.
Sometimes it happens, fecal happens. It does.
They got to put it somewhere because they can't very well let it back up and overflow into the streets. I guess
Well, that would have been a crappy situation, clearly. So they had to do something.
They had to. It was already turning that way.
Yeah.
It's like Can you imagine being in a speedboat also and just hauling it down through there, and then all of a sudden you hit that? You got somebody, your girlfriend in the back her skiing. You're pulling her, she hits that. Honey, you're gonna stay right there. Bye.
Ew.
We'll see you later. We'll see you later. You're nasty. You're
Won't
nasty.
let her get back on the boat. She had to hang off to the side.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be terrible.
Oh.
I just hope that you find a spot where the water is not contaminated.
That's right.
Here's some
Man,
soap.
this world we got to live in, brother. I'm gonna tell you what.
It's messed up. It's messed up from one end to the other.
Yeah, it's up to all of us to make it better somehow, right? We got to make
Or
it better.
make it somewhat better for I don't know how you go about doing it, but
Well,
I guess stay away from the Potomac River for one thing.
Nobody in DC flush. Okay, just hold it.
doesn't that have to run? Don't rivers run to the south?
In this part of the world, yes, sir, they do.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They might run in straight down into Florida down there and dump off down in there.
Yeah,
that's about as south as you can get outside of Cuba. Outside of Cuba.
The Potomac is definitely headed south now if it wasn't before.
Oh, yeah, it definitely, yeah.
Oh, it's sad though, man, because they're trying to clean up everything. You know, there's for decades there's been so much pollution, and they've been working hard to try to clean it up, especially like Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay was horrible, and they're getting it back to more clean conditions now. Not sure where the Potomac goes to, and it may go into the Chesapeake. I don't know.
Can you imagine being like having a piece of property there next to the river there, and you're sitting out there, and you have to smell that for 2 or 3 weeks or longer?
And you know, people are screaming. I watched this guy go out there and do this investigation of it. He was out there gagging as he was showing it, and you could just see it boiling, boiling into the river. I was like, oh man. He said, this stinks out here. It's horrible.
Oh my God.
Man, I can't imagine it.
And if it's very hot, if it's a hot time of year, it's even worse. Plus, you can't use your air conditioner because it'll just suck it into the house. So, I don't know what you do about it.
That actually reminds me of the Wendy's in London, Kentucky. That's like it's like 2,000 yards from a sewage treatment plant. And that place in the summertime is the last place you want to go to eat your lunch. Here's the tributaries of the Potomac. Shenandoah River. Monocacy River? Oh, yeah, I've never heard of these. Anacostia River. Indians had to name these because I can't pronounce half of them. Savage River. Wow. Savages named that one.
Savage River.
Yeah.
That's cool name.
None of that surprises me. I heard about that right there, but I just, like everything else, I just kind of, if it ain't around here, I just don't care. I just blow it off and forget about it because there's too much stuff going on at the same time, it seems like, and,
all these jokes that we've been talking about right here lately, all this joking and this is called potty humor.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this?
Well, what happened to him? I knocked him off with my burp.
Your belt just knocked him off.
Crabbing in crabs looked like they were sickly. Who would want to eat crabs? Can you imagine eating? Nobody's doing any fishing in the Potomac because who would want to? Who would want to eat it? Eat any fish and come out of there right now?
Yeah. We're gonna let that just have a cooling off period for a while.
Yeah, at least 10 or 15 years anyway. I don't know if that'd be long enough.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some jokes I ain't gonna make. It's too rough.
Well, you can, you can. There's several, a whole lot of content there you can pull from and make all kinds of jokes.
It is, but I'm not gonna make them here. I'm
Up
not.
the creek, would that be? Would that qualify as the one slogan or term? Up the creek without a paddle.
That's right.
That's one of them.
Yeah, it would be. You remember that movie, Up the Creek?
Yeah. But you added one word to it. Instead of creek, it'd be blank creek without a paddle.
Yeah, that's the saying. But anyhow, yeah. I had a joke, something related to free corn or something like that, but I'm gonna let that go. I want to let that one get fully formed, you know.
You can't reword it or anything to make it sound more nice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, not at this stage of the day.
Without,
I'm tired.
Without taking away from the punchline. Yeah. You don't want to take away from the punchline.
I just don't want to damage the decorum of the live stream. You know, we want to keep it classy, right?
Turd River, don't run dry. Please keep on floating by. Turd River.
Yeah, it's a brown tide warning out for fishing right now in the Potomac. Yeah.
That's got to be nasty. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine it.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, that's just one of many crazy things that's going on. So
yeah,
take your pick.
Lots of crazy stuff, you know.
Yeah, take your pick, dude. You know.
Yeah, to be zombies next week, right? Zombie outbreak.
Yeah, zombies and killer frogs.
Killer frogs.
Yeah, killer frogs. It'd be something like that, or pigs flying, cool. Pigs flying through the air. You know.
Well, if we get killer frogs, I'm going to use my special powers, and maybe I'll take over the world.
Well, I think it'd be a different breed from what your species is. I think
it's like Aquaman with frogs, Randall. Okay,
it's a cross between a tree frog and a one of them toads or something. I don't know. Anyway, I think it originated from down there in the swampland of Florida. So I think it's where it will come from.
Mm.
You know, it's one of them radioactive killer frogs.
Well, if anybody's got a chance, it's me, right?
Yeah, well, you might have some kind of power control over them. You know.
Look at my icon. I am.
You know,
I'm frog king over here.
Right? You may be able to deal with the situation. You know, you may have something going on there. You know, I never thought about it really, until I looked at your icon. Oh well, you know.
Yeah, you do that, Rando. You look at the icon. The icon.
You can't help but look at it. It's just right there in your face.
It's looking back at you.
Yeah, you try to look away, and out of the corner of your eye, it's still looking at you.
It's like those paintings, you walk by a painting, you think it's staring at you. You walk completely to the right or left of it, it still looks like its eyes are on you.
It's like Barry's icon, you can look away from Barry's icon and it just fades away. It looks like it ain't even there, but Homestead's ain't. It's just like it's still looking at you. It's like, quit looking at me.
That's my actual eye too, right?
You need to look like you might need some kind of. You look like you got glaucoma or something.
Yeah. I like my frogs. I think I'm gonna do a few things on my channel with my critters, my frogs, and my lizards. Have some fun out there, I'm getting old and senile. I might as well have some fun. We're gonna stay moral about it. I'm not gonna do weird things to them. You know, it's fun stuff.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it would be. It would be real weird. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
when I thought I knew you.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying off camera I don't do weird things with my critters, but we
Barry,
keep it.
what are you trying to do, Barry? Insinuate stuff?
I don't know what is he into. I didn't know he was into that.
Hold on,
man.
I'm gonna throw a big pause up right now.
I'm just trying to figure it out. What he's, driving at. But
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself now, and
he might as
No,
well.
wait a minute. You just said something about what you do with the small critters when you're not on camera. That's what I was referring to.
right, we're gonna stop. Right, we're
Yeah,
just gonna hush. I have got
Okay, Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
Andrew. Not that he ain't doing weird things, off camera with polar bears, because he's a walking wall of a man up there. Okay. I've got a chocolate cake out in the car.
Dude.
It's sitting on the dashboard. And if I don't get it by now, by tomorrow when I wake up and the sun hits it, it's going to be chocolate pudding. So I'm going to go get my cake and mute myself for a little bit, right?
Okay, you go get that. Maybe it'll clear up a little bit where you can get in there without being ridiculed, and later, by the time you get back.
Cake, eat it too.
Yeah.
And Shawnee heard. Look, you dragged Shawnee on the woodwork with that cake.
Oh God! And right now is a good time to leave and take a break. Shawnee's in there.
Oh, Shawnee
with her chocolate cake and whatnot.
Yeah, Shawnee's trouble. There's another one that's just pure trouble.
Yeah, you can't, get away from her. She's always, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it. Oh, and there's Robin. There's another troublemaker.
Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in now. Yeah, they're coming out and been listening. Now she's making a sandwich.
That girl could cook now.
Well, anybody can cook a sandwich.
Oh, I know, but she'll make it look presentable too. Like you just went to the big, like.
Well, I do too. I can present it straight to my mouth when I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into fitting this whole pizza in my mouth.
Oh.
How you doing, Robin, Shawnee?
Yeah, Andrew said he's been busy wrestling polar bears up there, and he ain't got time to mess with nonsense.
Oh, look, there's going to be an uprising. Carol says Shawnee and Robin are going to dominate. So I have to watch those three women right there.
We, Shawnee and Robin, LOL, we are going to dominate, LOL. We.
Get her done. Yeah. 70s in the next few days, like next 4 or 5 days. Yes, absolutely.
Now, Carol, if you was like Andrew over there that just got out of the backwoods back in there wrestling them polar bears, then you can make a comment that like that,
All right. Have a good night over there, Ollie.
God bless you there, Holly. Take care. I don't know who you are, but I'll wave anyway.
Counterbalance the frying with fermenting. How about you just skip the fried food? You do what you want to, but I'm trying to cut all that kind of stuff out.
Fried food leads to fried food leads to cholesterol and diabetes.
Now I've been eating stir fried. Technically, it wasn't even fried.
I mean,
Heck, it was more steamed than it was fried.
God, I can't remember when the last time I did anything fried, because every time I eat fried stuff, it just tears me up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just where I had that gallbladder taken out, you can't eat fried stuff. I mean,
Nope.
you know, greasy stuff. It just get it. There's Homestead in there in the chat. I thought he's gonna get his cake out of the car.
Well, he is, but when he gets back in the house, he's going to eat it.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you clarified that.
He can eat it too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, guess what? I was out there at the building today, looking around some boxes, you know, just peddling to see what I could get. I got my Viewmasters out. That's mainly what I went out there for. But looked in one box, and I pulled out that other SWR meter and 2 mics.
Ah,
Yeah, pulled it out of a box that I don't know why I even put it in that box.
you outsmarted yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
And you know,
For doing that.
it was just a random box of sitting there, you know, no labels and nothing on it, just, you know, out open. And I said, well, that's a bunch of junk. I'm going to look through there and see what's in there. Found my SWR meter and 2 mics and 2 Cobra mics, that, by the way.
Did you, by any chance, did you double check that antenna with the meter you just found?
No, I haven't had a chance to do it.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I'm pretty sure it's still going to show the same thing, but you know, it was a little flaky, and I was a little bit concerned. But all they do is measure resistance, so they're really, the SWR meters are a basic circuit.
Yeah.
They just measure resistance. Your coax should show anywhere from 50 to about 52, 53 ohms. They're never exactly 50 ohms. Whether they're 5 foot long or 100 foot long, they're still, you know, be within tolerance. But
anyway, I found them today, and I said, well, geez. Here it was, you know. And if I'd been really into it, trying to look for them, I never would have found them. No, I never would have found them. I mean, you know, I'll check it sometime tomorrow or next day on this other meter. And
oh no, Robin. Oh no. And those are good mics. Oh, that sucks. Let me guess, it fell off and you stepped on it trying to step away from it. Because that would be my luck. That was what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to put flower seeds in the ground. Oh well.
well,
There's tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is. It's time. I could have done that. I could have done. I had all this. Well, no, really. I actually have been going through garbage and stuff here. I call it garbage. This is just stuff that I've held on to, and I don't wonder why now I even held on to it.
I could throw a lot of that stuff out there in some of them boxes away because it's junk. and everything. We did have a little antenna right here. It stuck up, and it always kept it taped to the back of it, but I guess it worked its way up. We will make America great again. There's my Donald telling me it's 10 o'clock. No, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was looking at it wrong.
Did he adjust for time change?
No, I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
I had to do
That's- I'm
it.
pretty sure-
You know, I can't expect all that. I can't expect him to adjust the time. You know, he tells me the time. You know, I can at least do that. Yeah.
Got to remember to get that one in the kitchen. Now, I hardly ever look at, but yeah. I'm not. That's one thing I learned too as I get older. I really don't look at the clock much.
Yeah. This meter here is a Myoka Micronta.
It's a Radio Shack brand.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you showing that to me here a while back, and yeah, I used to have one like that. It's got field strength meter on it.
Yeah, I can't remember where I got this at. It was brand new, practically brand new, and everything. Where did I get this? I'm wanting to say that it was my uncle's when I bought some stuff after he passed away, or it might have been before he passed away. I bought his radio stuff, and I think this is part of it. The stuff I bought a JB12 off of him, and it was JB12, and it was a Black Cat actually. JB12, and there's a couple of little items I bought, and I think if that's it, then that's the only thing I got from it was his. But I don't know. But that goes along with it, don't it? You know, when you're looking for something or whatever, you tend to can't find it, and then when you're not looking for it, there it is.
Mama Juju crafted on the back 40. She's doing a lot. Are you doing a live right now, Mama Juju? She stopped in and say hello. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well.
I don't think that I know crafted on a back 40. Huh. Who is this? Let me go to this channel. Let's see. Go to channel. Mama Juju crafted on the back 40. Okay. All right. She's a crafty girl.
In the back 40.
In the back 40. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do this thing called.
She's a character. A lot of fun.
Copy.
Robin wants to know, was that cake tasty there, Homestead?
It was, well, Captain D's has got a 2 for $5 special. You get these 2 little round chocolate cakes. I had one earlier. And this is the second, which I will save for tomorrow. but it's better that I get it out of the car so that it's not pudding tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. It very well could be too.
Stuff all over your dash, and then the vents for the air conditioner heater.
Well, it's contained in a little capsule, but there's no saying what could happen. Physics could take over. It heats up, overpressurizes, and is released from the vessel a lot like venom,
Yeah.
and it's all over the place. And then the ants come in, and you're driving around town with a carload of fire ants.
You got to beat them off.
Yeah, it's not a good day.
No. Especially when they get your bridge leg. They
Yeah.
get your bridge leg, it's over.
How hot it is there. Homestead Aquarius.
What's that?
Robin wants to know how hot it's been.
How hot? Well, it actually has touched the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I was working out there, and a little bit of light work, and I was feeling it. It's like, ooh, it's warm. It's warm. It's warming up, but we've got a couple of nights of below freezing in a distant forecast for us, and I ain't liking that. But it's minor stuff now. Spring is on the way.
Yeah, spring's already here.
Yeah.
It's
And
already
then
here.
the spring equinox will be along on probably on the 21st or something, and we'll be jamming, and then I'll be over here sweating like a hog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to install some shade around here. Yeah. But yeah, I can get shade. I can get cooled off easier than I can get warmed up.
Oh yeah.
March 20th, 2026 at 1446 Universal. Yeah, my brain just said good night.
Oh, it's the 26th. That's when the spring equinox is.
The 20th, March 20th.
Okay, that's what it's normally on 20th or 21st.
March. The spring's always on the calendar. Spring is always on 20th.
Yeah, that's spring equinox. But
Well,
but technically it's on either or. It'll just depends on where everything falls. 20th or the 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be glad to see it. It's one of the great times of the year.
And 3 days from that will be my another trip around the sun day.
There you go. Happy birthday.
I
got a chocolate cake for you.
almost
He'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
He'll mail it to you, but then you can be like pudding.
Can you imagine? It's not making much of a noise when I shake it.
Barry says, I thought you was going to send me that cake. I did. No, you didn't. You sent me pudding.
With ants, with fire ants on it.
Yeah, a whole bunch of fire ants inside of it.
That was a nice touch, but boy, they bite when they go down.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's another joke I'm not going to touch.
Being extra protein and all, but
Yeah,
they kind of bite back.
that's right.
Fire ants. You'll be up there beating them off of him. They'll be going up his brisket leg, and oh my
It's
god,
terrible. It's terrible. I have had experiences with fire ants being in the car. I know about these things, and it's not good.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah, you got to get out the car, do the dance, do the shuffle, get them out of there. It's not fun. Yeah. Right now the car needs to be cleaned out. It looks like a frat house. inside my car and smells about like that. Only if old people were in it, you know.
Welcome to the stage, Robin Gardens.
Hi.
Hello, pretty lady. What's up?
Oh, I've been gardening, so I'm happy and tired. We had sunny day today finally. Squishy foot, but I got the blackberries pruned and I got some things winter sown, so yeehaw.
You're doing more than I did. I've just been thinking I need to get out there and do it.
Yeah, if you know, just sometimes you have to just put your head into it. I have 12 jugs to go out with winter sowing tomorrow, all lined up, and then another 4 little cloches that I made out of cut the bottom out of bottles to just actually sow right in the earth. I like that
Oh, yeah.
better, than the winter sowing actually, because you don't have to move it afterwards. It's already planted where you want it.
Janet wants to know how you're doing with the shoulder.
I'm getting better and better. He put 1 pound weights on me on all the apparatus that I work with in PT. And it was like, really? He's like, really? But, it's getting me stronger. So yeehaw.
Mm-hmm.
I did lift our little cold frame, which isn't really light, but I
No,
lifted it together with Al today up in the bed and across the yard. And I was okay.
it's good. That's good. You're making good progress. So
I know, little things, right?
yeah,
You can get up, you get your arm up into the cabinet and pull something down. Now it's like, woohoo, that's new. I couldn't do that before.
yeah. It took me a while. I ripped a muscle in my shoulder, my right shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, literally, I could hear it. Like the person standing next to me heard it. I'm like, how is that possible? How in the hell did you hear that? They said, yeah, I heard something sound like somebody tearing cardboard.
Oh, wow. Owie, owie.
I went for PT for that like 2 weeks in a row, and it's great now. But like every once in a while, if I'm not like sitting up straight and I'm kind of like slouched on the couch or being lazy, it starts hurting, and I have to sit up straight or get up and stretch. And after I do that, it pain goes away. But it swelled up and it was awful. It was dumb. It was dumb what I did. I had a old Singer sewing machine to the left of me. Well, I'm right-handed. Now, why couldn't I turn around if I really had to lift it with my right hand? Why didn't I just turn around so the right side of me was next to the sewing machine and pick it up with my right hand? No, I thought, hey, let's crisscross applesauce and pick it up with the right arm while it's standing next to the left of me. Don't do that, folks. I do not recommend it.
Well, my hubby had to have his shoulder put back together, and he didn't really know how bad it was because he'd gone all those years. He was a road construction inspector, so he lifted a lot of manholes up with a crowbar, and they probably weigh like, what, 80, 100 pounds, those lids.
Yeah.
And that's how he figured he, did it, was just repetitive.
Uh-huh.
But I guess there's 4 main tendons, and he had 3 of them gone, and the 4th one was hanging. So the surgeon said, yeah, it was bad.
Oh,
I don't like things like that. Tearing and
I had
pain.
frozen shoulder in both shoulders one time. Well, one, and then the next time it was another. Physical therapy didn't help it. Never did. It didn't get no better. And it was winter time, so I had to grabbed the chainsaw and went out there. Within 30 minutes, it's gone. It broke it all loose. Perfect. So, frozen shoulder. Best thing in the world. Use weights against it. Swinging weights. Oh, it hurts. I felt it when it popped. Swing that chainsaw and we took care of it.
I had a friend who was an athlete, and she would dislocate her shoulder all the time. And then she just knew how to get it put back in, so she'd be like, here, hold my arm real tight. I'm gonna. It's like, oh, crazy, but she knew how to get it to go back in.
Yeah, they tried all them little funny exercises where you raise your arm up there. I could. This is high as I could get my arm. That was high. As high as I get it. After about an hour of swinging that chainsaw around and stuff, it's perfect. I said, hey, I can do that now.
Wow.
It didn't work. And they didn't know that the stupid doctor didn't even know what a frozen shoulder was. I said, well, you mean tell me you don't know and you're supposed to be doing this for a living? You don't know nothing about it. Well, we're going to put you through the ringer and get some money off of your insurance. Then I went back the next day, well, a couple of days after that, for my first therapist. Said, I don't need it no more. Why? It's good. Well, what happened? I swung a chainsaw, which is what I should have done to start with. They just sit there going, maybe that's what part of our therapy now. We'll just get chainsaws and bring them in here.
wow.
Homemade physical therapy.
Yeah, homemade hillbilly physical therapy.
That's right.
Take the chains off, and you don't have to worry about the patients getting angry about the bill and taking it out on you with a chainsaw. It's just,
Yeah. Well, you don't want hillbillies. You don't want 4 or 5 hillbillies in the same room with a bunch of chainsaws. That you're asking for it.
Somebody's going to lose a porch. That's
Yeah,
sure.
or they're going to lose a leg or something because they get fussing at each other and bragging on the chainsaws.
Maybe I need some of that. I think my whole body is torn. Okay.
Maybe you need a chainsaw.
I need 2 chainsaws.
Yeah,
Physical therapy all over my body is what I need. And I need to say hello to Robin Gardens. How are you,
Hello.
Robin?
Hi.
That's good.
She's been there.
Barry, why'd
She's
you
been there for the last 20 minutes.
I know, but I haven't gotten to speak to her yet. Thank you,
Okay.
Randall.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
see, that's what happens when you get hillbillies together.
Barry,
Well, I mean, I'm just pointing it out there.
why'd you let her come up here?
I don't know why he did. He just let her up here. I don't know. Ain't my channel.
Barry likes me.
Oh, we all do, Robin. You're great, wonderful. Not
Oh,
yeah.
Sounded
not like these other troublemaking women that we have in our audience.
careful.
And they're in there too.
They're in real trouble. You're just
They're still in there too.
They have the link. They have the link.
That's great. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, not to bemoan the whole injury thing, but it's kind of like whatever, you've done in the past, now that I'm of an age, retired, blah, 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 it doesn't take much to get an old injury talking again.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I messed up my left knee years ago, and was back in the 80s. And I can tell you when the weather's about to turn nasty. I mean, that's not. You hear that over the years, and it's not a fairy tale. It's an actual thing.
I think it's called arthritis, Barry.
No, yeah, I did a number
I'm
on
not
it.
sure. I'm not
I
sure.
used to
but I
say,
think
my rheumatism says it's gonna rain.
Man, this old stuff.
rheumatism.
Ugh. This old that we want to see. We want to
Carol,
get older.
What's Carol doing? Is she? You want trouble? There you go. What's that mean?
I don't know. I mean, she's just always trying to start trouble.
Well, we're being good. We're being social. So I don't know. We're being good.
Yeah.
This is the live stream of old folks here.
So, Robert, are you going to get any kind of a garden going this year?
It'll be some kind of a garden, and that could be any kind of a garden, right? Yeah.
Well, you've got cinder block to line it now, right?
Oh, I do have some cinder blocks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got, but yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting back into some serious plant manipulation and propagation, and thinking about doing some of that. May get a commercial business going again. That's where I started out. When I started my channel, I had a commercial nursery that I was working on, and
it fell through. It fell through, didn't it?
Things happened, right?
Well, I'm just assuming.
But I may crank that back up. I've seen some people that are making some very good money selling plants.
Gear said you were farming Bradford pears.
Yeah, I'm going to make a video soon about how to care for your Bradford pears. We want to help people care for those dear plants. I want to get some cayenne going for sure, and some green beans, just some simple stuff, and taters. I want to get some taters going. And these are the same plants that I say every year that I'm going to get going and have a garden, right? And some sauce tomatoes of some kind would be great.
Hey, the way that you go through cayenne, you need to do it.
I need an acre of cayenne growing. Yeah.
Oh, I had Joe's Long cayenne, which was actually, I was growing it for a challenge for the longest pepper, and I got the seed off of Etsy, and they were like, my longest one might have been 6 inches long, but it was really tasty cayenne, and it was supposedly around a 30,000 Scoville. So when I dehydrated it and powdered it, I was a little bit skeptical, but it is really tasty in small amounts.
There you go. Well, you can sprinkle on just what you want. And let me just make a little a consumer. Let me brag on somebody, okay? You wouldn't imagine it, but the best cayenne I have had to date has been that which was grown and dried and ground professionally by our own Maureen Washington up in Vancouver Island. It that was the best tasting stuff. She sent me a little bit of it, cayenne pepper, but it's got like a citrusy kind of almost flavor to what she had.
Wow.
I put that on my stuff. I was like, this don't taste like normal stuff. It's good and hot, but then it's got that little extra in there. I was like, man, that's good. I don't know, something strange with
Did she mix pepper when she dehydrated?
well, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, but it definitely had a little something, or maybe it's just because it was fresh and done at home and not commercially.
hmm
It had more of the flavonoids and everything that's in there, and they were more present. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just used to McCormick and
Yeah, they
whatever
didn't process the flavor out.
great value,
Yeah.
Clover Valley.
I did buy a large jar of great value cayenne. I noticed it was and it's good, you know. It's very good. I was a little iffy on it, but it surprised me. Yeah.
I've got.
I go ahead.
I was just going to say that I've got some Clover Valley cayenne in there. It is just hot. It doesn't have there's no extra flavors to it. It's just hot. And while I like that, I was expecting a little bit, just little something, but
Flavor,
you
yeah.
get what you pay for, don't you?
Yeah. I think every year that goes by now, every month really that goes by when we're watching news and we're seeing events, this is the time, right, that everyone needs to be growing at least some of their own food. It's like if you want to eat, maybe you want to grow some food. Taters, a little patch of taters or several containers full of taters growing. That right there can feed some folks, Um, and these times are upon us, and pretty soon it's going to be more, more folks getting into these kind of things. There you go, Shawnee. Grow some freaking food, people.
Hey, Barry ain't allowing no cussing in the chat.
I definitely say that that the garden of mine saves us a lot. I mean, during season, we eat 40 to 60% completely from the garden, and then during the off 6 months, I'm still eating some things from the garden that I've put up.
It's so cool. You do real good with that.
It really does save you money. Especially like herbs are so expensive. They're so easy to grow.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's definitely time for people to start taking things seriously. I mean, I started out preaching that on my channel. Every episode, I was like, "Hey, if you grow your own food, you can save yourself some money."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about. Sometimes we've seen the food shocks and the food scarcity, the scares. So if you're growing your own food, you're not as shocked and you're not as scared.
Mm-hmm.
You walk right out and pick your own produce, dig up your own taters.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves more money for your OnlyFans.
And
that's a
and
good reason for me.
And there's like potatoes and the squash, winter squash.
Oh, squash.
That doesn't take any real effort to store either. Unlike the stuff that I can, that takes some effort. But, we just ate my last Cushaw squash, that big 10-pounder.
Yeah.
And I've still got 2 small butternuts, and they're just sitting on the shelf.
Is that the one that keeps for years?
No, that's the one that Shawnee's going to grow this year. She got it, or it's coming from Food Forest Permaculture, Howie,
Okay, yeah, Howie.
Canada. I don't know much about that squash at all, but the butternut, that'll all the winter squashes will almost make it until the next season.
Yeah, they keep a long time. Yeah.
I'm all for things that preserve easily.
Well, squash is one of those foods that kept Native Americans alive for thousands of years. Pumpkins and squash of all kinds, and kept our early pioneers, kept them through the winter. I remember when my grandmother, she would tell me stories about the Depression, and well, we'd eat possum and raccoon and groundhog, and we even I remember blackbird pie. We ate blackbird pie. And I'm like, really? Yeah. So you eat anything when you're hungry. So there was one winter when all we had was pumpkin. We ate pumpkin for breakfast, pumpkin for lunch, and pumpkin for supper. I said, man, that got boring, didn't it? Of course, they didn't have chicken nuggets back then. Places to go, different food. She said, well, yeah, it was pumpkin or nothing. You'd eat pumpkin all the time for weeks, or you had nothing left to eat.
Pumpkin nuggets.
Yeah, squash provided. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got, I mean, you can change it up if you've got, a few other ingredients.
Yeah, nowadays, I mean, and back then they could have too, depending on what they had, but they literally had got down to the point where it was you eat pumpkins, and they grew them and fed them to the hogs too. It was animal food, it was people food, just like the field corn. I ate an awful lot of field corn when I was a kid. Yes, I did. It's good stuff. And then came the glorious day when someone walked in with a great big bushel of sweet corn. And we ate that sweet corn and we were just amazed. We're like, this is so good. Not like that white starchy field corn, that we'd all been eating. And, the field corn's got that, it's got that real starchiness to it, to get stuck to your teeth real easy. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna hush. This is I've had a TED talk going long enough here. I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm getting going down memory lane here. In fact, let me get off of here. Let me let this phone charge up. Let me charge up or charge down, and do some decompression. Barry, I want to get with you later. And let you know what all I've got here. And I don't know if there's other things I can do with this equipment that I've got, or if it's just radio specific. I mean, it's a marine amp. That sounds pretty cool, but I'm not a marine faring radio operator. Maybe something else I could do with it. I don't know, or maybe you want it. I just don't know this is not my forte. So I definitely need counsel with you, my brother.
Yeah, no problem. We'll, messenger, phone type thing like we did a while back.
Yeah.
I can't stand texting. I can't do it.
Yeah. Anyhow, y'all be good. I hope it's a wonderful week for everybody. Remember to set your clocks and everything. Get ready to grow food and don't get any new damage to your bodies. Right? We don't need any new damage.
Amen to that.
There you go. All right, y'all be good.
All right, see you there, Homestead.
Bye, Robert.
Brother.
This is a weird layout. Why is it doing its own thing? There we go.
Yeah, don't make me big.
Well, don't make my icon big because it just still shows me either way.
All right, I'm going to just step away here and make myself a drink. Be right back.
I'll make me one too. What do you got?
Oh,
I'm going to do Seagram's and cranberry juice.
All right. Sounds good.
oh. Let's just everybody get a drink and be done with it.
I got mine. It's coffee, but yeah.
Mine, I got water.
I think I overdone it with the water, neighbor.
Mhm.
I started feeling like I was floating in it.
Yeah.
I got, when your lips start to crack and it's not cold outside, you know you're right at the edge of dehydration.
Yeah, this time of year, I start drinking more water than I do soda. I don't, I still drink, like I said, I like my soda, but I like water more. And coffee, but good cold bottle of water, it hits the spot. Hits the spot.
I need to start drinking more juice. Get away from the soda. I've been buying too much soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no ginger ale up here, so I'm going to have a non-alcoholic Blue Moon. Yeah.
Weird.
That'll do.
Okay.
That's kind of good.
Is it? I've seen that brand around and never gave it much thought.
Well, I don't drink alcohol, so I pretty much have tried most of the non-alcoholics that are out there. This is good. You know what my favorite is an IPA by Lagunitas. Just it's a non-alcoholic IPA. It's really nice.
I can't, Carol. I've tried. I cannot do sparkling waters. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm sorry, but I just cannot do it. What I think what ruined me is that that Pierre. It's in the tall green bottle. I made a mistake and I bought a bottle of that one time, and oh no, please! What the heck is? It's like it wants to be ginger ale. It wants so bad to be ginger ale, but it's not.
It's a sparkling mineral water.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Yeah, I do. I actually like all of those. The Buble, like she's saying down there, I like those, and
bubbly water.
But I just don't. I don't do them too much. Otherwise, you're pissing away a lot of money. I mostly drink water. I have, maybe a drink like this once every third day or something.
Well, I caught myself buying the Baja Blast Mountain Dew, which is like the worst thing for you.
Oh,
like,
God. Yeah.
Oh no, I've got 3 left. I better get some more and I order some more. And it's like, what am I doing?
Doesn't that have like a
Or me.
super high amount of caffeine?
No, they're about as much as a Pepsi or a regular Mountain Dew, but you know, it's the other garbage they stick in there. And I was looking at juice compared to the price of a 12-pack of pop, and I'm like, I could get 2 juices for the price of a 12-pack.
Yeah, it'll be better for you, right?
Yeah, and if I really wanted to get sassy, I could make some wine out of one of them bottles of juice. But it's my plan to try to eat healthier because I'm putting on a little weight in the belly area, and that's one thing the neurologist did always pressed on me was you can't afford to put on weight. He said there's healthy weight and then there's just weight that your body's having to haul around. He said you'd be better off try to stay away from junk. Well, unfortunately, it's cheaper, isn't it? The junk.
Sometimes it is.
But then, I started weighing it. I was like looking at vegetables and stuff. And like I said earlier, I've been eating a lot of stir fry. And it's so much cheaper. I mean, it's just so much cheaper to buy produce than it is to buy something. Even packaged meats are getting ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Now, will I become a vegetarian? No, because I love meat too much. But it's certainly cheaper.
But you only need, if in a stir fry, you only need a small amount of meat to kind of add a little flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, it doesn't have to be, the big hunk of meat on the plate plus
No, I don't.
Vegetables on the side,
My stir fry is just that. It's usually more veggies than it is meat. But I also have to look at because I need the carbs. I'm on a high carb, low fat diet, and I'm on that for life. And evidently, I'm not sticking to it because I'm getting a belly. Now you could say, "Well, Barry, you're going to turn, 59 in this month. You're getting some years on you now, son." Well, but I don't. I'm not active enough. That's another problem. I need to really get more active.
That's the main thing. It'll keep you limber and loose, and you won't. Your arthritis won't set in as bad. Keep your joints lubed and moving.
Yeah, I've been experiencing.
You do feel better when you make sure that you have some exercise in your day.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt great today because we were, out in the yard, had some sunshine, fingers in the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
walking around.
Now I did clean out the flower bed, the tractor tire flower bed. I did clean that out today because I had started the other day, and then it was like a week ago I worked in it, and then I needed to go to town, and then I completely put it off for like a week. Then I got out there today and I messed in it and cleaned out some of this. What I really should have done, I should have taken all those stems and everything and just broke it up and put it underneath the soil. I should have done that last year. However, I didn't. I forgot all about it. But that soil looks great. This is nice black soil. So
Good.
I'm not exactly sure what's all going in there. I do know some of the flower seeds that you sent me are going in there, but what I mostly want is some kind of vegetables in that, so I could just step out there, grab them. It's right in line with my front door. Mm-hmm. It sounds lazy, but
no, that's not a bit lazy.
Right there by the kitchen. It's right there by the kitchen, technically.
You ought to put them up on top of the hill. That way you'd have to walk up the hill to get them.
You know, I'm doing a little video for the Urban Gardener channel, and it's a 3 foot by 5 foot bed. And I designed it so it can really feed you and crank out a lot of food. And it's just 3 foot by 5 foot. So it's amazing how much you can do. You know what? Can I share my screen, Barry?
Yeah, of course.
Here. Well, let's remember how to share the screen, though.
The little screen icon next to your camera icon, it's got a plus sign in the middle of it. And then open whatever you're going to share first, and then click on the share button. StreamYard's so picky.
Yeah.
Are you on a laptop?
There we go. Is it showing?
Yeah, let me I'm going to give it a second to show up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Is it showing now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 3 feet by 5 feet. And so can you see my cursor? That you've got you've got 3 tomatoes, a Swiss chard, and then a square that's beets, and then bunching onions, romaine, 2 squares of carrots, and then potatoes going in 2 squares, then 9 bush beans. I did purple and wax beans, and then 4 herbs, 2 peppers. And once the beets are coming out, as you're harvesting them, you drop more seed back in. Same thing with the carrots, romaine, and the onions. You can get a second round of the beans going too. And this will feed you, and it's not a huge footprint. You'd only have to dig out a 3 foot by 5 foot footprint to do this.
I mean, I certainly have room. There's no doubt about that. Actually, I have more potential growing space here than what I did at the old place. You could verify that with Goblin. I was growing on a hill at the other house.
Mm-hmm.
This I don't know what's going on with StreamYard just being so weird tonight.
No, I did the stop sharing.
I know. On my side, it was just a blue screen. You just
okay.
You closed it, and I had to mess around with the layout so it would wake up again and bring you guys back up. I don't know what they're doing with StreamYard. I think they make free buggy on purpose. Thinking that you're gonna be suckered into paying for it.
Yeah. So you just work at it a little bit every day when you're having a good day. And I also think you need to have a little bit of a squash patch, Barry, because
I'm going to have one. I love my squash. Yeah, I definitely have more flat space here to work with. And, if I could turn my whole yard into a garden, which I couldn't keep up with, but if I could, I would. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they're totally, I mean, I have just under a half acre here. And it's all backyard. I have way more space. But, Al and we can't keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 65 now. I just
Get out of town.
I cannot do that anymore.
Neighbor, what would you guess I have? About a third, maybe a third of an acre, maybe less.
Probably something like that, maybe.
But I mean, part of it is still somewhat of a slope. But now my main yard is flat for the most part. And, and that's why at the other place I was growing in containers everywhere, because I just, no matter what I would have done, there wouldn't have been anywhere flat to grow. Unless I just gave up my driveway, but it was all gravel, so there really wasn't any point in.
Yeah, I think if you just manage a small space intensely, it's easier. Because if you just keep, having all those big spaces, they can get away from you fast. Like last year was hard. It was a hard year. We did not use our patio because it was so hot. We would go out there in the morning. I'd get the watering done. Al does the front. I do the back. I'd get what I needed to get done, and we would be in the house before 11. And then if I needed to do something else, I didn't go back out till like 5, when the sun was well behind the trees. It was hot. If you have a year like that, it's just.
It was hot here too. Last year was brutal. I have a sneaking suspicion that this year is going to be a repeat.
If not worse.
Yeah, but
Worse.
we're going to press on. We're going to press on.
Yeah,
because
we're going to roll with it.
The cost of food in the store is just off the charts. I can't get over. Some will say it's the result of the previous administration, but I feel like it's just so much more than that.
It's something else going on.
But yeah, I'm going to do what I can, and it's going to supplement my budget as far as food goes. And that's my main concern is to.
Plus, where your food is. What's in the food because you're fertilizing it. It's your soil. There's a whole lot to say for that. You don't know what they've sprayed on or fertilized with.
Yeah, it's some of this food ain't fitting. If you buy in a store, ain't fitting to consume, let alone have any nutritional value. It's very, questionable.
There's
Yeah, I've been reading about that. The diminishing nutritional value of food.
Yeah, it's not what you think. As you see on, they like putting all them chemicals and stuff in there, to coloring dye and all this stuff. Even the meat doesn't look healthy. I done a little short. I was at Walmart one day, and that meat, dude, that meat looked like it was nasty. It's brown, dark brown, and the rest of it was part red. And I mean, if you couldn't see it, it was blind. You'd been blind, not to notice it. And there ain't no way I'd buy that and take it home, let alone eat it. I got some cats outdoors. That's I'm fixing I'm gonna break it up here in a minute with a big bucket of water.
I'm not sure what's going on in the chat here, but you could pay me to keep my clothes on, but I'm pretty sure I could do it for free.
I seen that a minute ago. That was
I'm pretty confident I'll do it for free. Nobody wants to see that.
No. Let's see.
I don't want to see that. It's my body.
Oh, Carol was the one that mentioned that, wasn't she? Oh, she's starting it, ain't she? Uh-huh. Male dancer. Oh Lord. If he was going to be a male dancer to buy groceries, I don't know. He'd be in bad shape, I think.
That'd be pretty bad shape.
I don't think he'd make enough to buy him a
loaf
of bread, maybe.
You can't put change in a thong, so I'm just saying. Dollar bills, yes, but not change.
I don't. That Barry, you just put that picture. I'm trying to get that out. I'm trying to get that out of my brain now, Barry. Thank you very much. Now I'm wanting to think of something else to get it out of there. Excuse me. Ugh.
Yeah, no, I hope it don't get so bad I have to dance.
Let me belch. I don't know if I was going to belch or throw up.
Oh, my hubby had a migraine yesterday, and it was so bad. We got a cooler pack on his, across his face and got him laid down. I'm like, oh no, I got to get a barf bucket next to him just in case. Okay. Thankfully, it didn't come to that, but sometimes it has. He didn't get them often, but they're not good when he does.
No.
Barry, did you start any plants inside? Randall, how about you? Have you started any plants?
No, I was aiming to last week, but I've been too busy, and I may at some one day this week I may do a little something, get some tomato plants started anyway. I've got some to put out seeds. I'm gonna buy plants. I'm gonna try to grow them from seed, but I'm gonna wind up buying plants too, because just in case. They could be. I know if they do well, then I'm gonna have to buy any. But we'll have to see.
Gardening warrior. It's been a coon's age. Wow, we've not seen you in like forever. That's a mighty long time. I haven't, and I need to. I really need to. I'd like to start them in the house, but I mean, I'm such a miser. Like I'm a miser with the heat. Mm-hmm. I only heat one room. That's the room I spend the most time in.
Uh-huh.
And there's no room in this room for plants, unfortunately. So I'm gonna.
Well, the cats would be pooping in it.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, he brought He brought me some something to poop in now. Oh.
I checked on my strawberry plants yesterday, and they were doing really good.
Cool.
And they stayed out all winter.
Oh yeah, it don't hurt them up.
I believe Janet up there in Owensboro, where it began Homestead. All hers were outside. So
Yeah, I got some outside I planted last year. I haven't checked them yet, see if they're coming up, but
There's some cool weather things that you can get going in the cooler space, like lettuce and all of the brassicas, if you like the cabbages and that kind of thing. If you want some bunching onions, you can get those going. Those will all do okay in a cool room, Barry, as long as they have light.
I've got grow lights.
America great again. We will make America great.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I just have 2 trays of stuff going on my south-facing front window, and I mean, I have grow lights with them too. And I've got peppers now, and I decided to chit them in baggies with moist paper towel. And the reason I did that is I just don't want to have a ton of stuff like I normally do, because, while Al is really good about helping me, I mean, I'm just afraid I can't carry it all inside and outside doing the shuffle when it comes to the shuffle stage
Yeah.
to harden off, a lot of stuff. So I just want to, keep it to a minimum.
Well, I have to use grow lights, which I do have grow lights, but the reason I have to do that is when they added on the room to the south, they eliminated the south facing windows.
Okay.
So, yeah, it definitely would have to be grow lights.
Yeah, I mean, I just have the cheap grow lights from Aldi. They work fine.
Yeah. These are screw-in bulbs, and they go in those. You see those clamp-on shop lights? They have a silver shade on them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of those, and bulbs go into.
I have a couple of those going in the garage.
Yeah, they don't use hardly anything because they're LED, and they don't produce a lot of heat, so you don't have to worry about that.
I have those up north too in the Wisconsin place, although we haven't had to shuffle things between here and there because I'm here and with PT.
Yeah, it does put a damper on things. I don't think I could keep up with 2 places like that in 2 different states.
Well, this was my mother-in-law's and father-in-law's place that we inherited, and we're hoping to keep it for maybe 5 or 10 more years. We'll see.
What are you going to do after 10 years?
What?
What are you going to do after that? Go back to the other place, or?
No, I wouldn't live up there. It's too isolated. I'd rather be down here. You know. I mean, I love the people up there, and the property is nice, and the house is nice. It'd be a great place to bug out to if something bad happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the lake. So, you've got your water right there. It has a wood burning stove in it. So, I mean, it's got a lot of things that this place doesn't. But it's a wooded property. It'd be really hard to grow much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have rhubarb going up there and some perennial herbs, chives and.
Is your rhubarb static? Is it just in one place and it comes back every year?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
When I first moved to Kentucky 32 years ago, my property that I bought had rhubarb down at the bottom of the property towards the back fence, and I almost killed it. And then not realizing that it was rhubarb, and it looked like somebody had attempted to do some gardening there at some point, and I don't know, they gave up or something. But yeah, after that, I took full advantage of that rhubarb, and I gave some to at the time, the mother-in-law, before she got sick and kind of left us mentally. She was making rhubarb cherry pies, and they were so good, just the right amount of tart and sweet.
Mhm.
Art.
It was cheaper. It was easier and cheaper to get that rhubarb from me than it would be go to the store at the time, because it's just stores. Okay.
Tart and sweet.
Yep, I make rhubarb cherry crumble,
Oh,
and it's nice. And I usually put up, I'd say 4-quart bags from the rhubarb there.
yeah.
I probably could harvest more, but we're up there typically in most years we're up there a lot in the winter and not so much in the summer. So I just have the caretaker. I'm like, take what you want, you know.
Yeah. I think the reason the garden didn't do so well at that place was because there was like 100-year-old maple that pretty much towered over the whole property, which it was only like 3/4 of an acre.
Mm-hmm.
And that tree would just, to have it removed would have been an undertaking, not to mention the cost. And the trunk was so wide that, and I've never seen a maple grow as big as that tree did. But the trunk, I mean, there would have been a substantial stump left behind. It couldn't be helped. It would, there wouldn't have been any way. You probably could, these days, you can have them ground down to nothing, but God, I'd hate to see what that would cost, But yeah, I would kind of wish I still had that property, but yeah, that tree would have to go because there was no. The shade was nice, but the constant worry about it. It was too close to the shop. There was a shop there, and they used to do welding, but I turned it into kind of a place where I went to unwind, and it had its own power and everything to it. But it was in the shade all the time. But there was one branch while this house sat empty before I bought it. The tree had grown over that roof and tore part of one section of that room off. So there was like 4 rooms there, and it tore part of them off, the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
so I did get somebody to cut that branch out. They cut it all the way, right there at the trunk. But that tree was beautiful, but I was like, when I lived there, I was just like, that tree needs to go. That tree needs to go. And I probably would have done that, but the house was built in 1800s. So it still had that wire and tube type of wiring in there. And it was, obviously not connected to the grid. So I had spent, I can't remember how much. It was up It's probably close to $2,000 to have the house rewired.
Ooh.
Everything had to be rewired, and it had to be run from the attic. So drop down from the attic. I think there might have been one or two circuits that they run under the house. There was just barely enough room for that guy to get under there and run those wires under the house. But yeah, that unfortunately that house burned down. Somebody caught us not home. They still never caught who did it. But yeah, it would have made a pretty good place to grow a garden if not for that tree. I guess is what I'm getting at.
I've got a big maple tree on the west side of the house. And I had two on the east. One of them we've had taken down. But that one on the west side, I've had to have it trimmed up multiple times over the years. It was just a little seedling when we got here that we let go, And about 5 years ago, it had some kind of a disease on it that was like a raised black spot. And the tree was so big I couldn't treat it. All I could do was feed it, try to help it get through it. And I didn't know if it was going to make it or not. And then it did. It made it through. And the next year it was fine. And it's been healthy ever since. Then I had an arborist come out for other problems in the yard. And he's like, oh, yeah, that was blah, blah, blah. And good, you did the right thing. So, but yeah, if it came down, it wouldn't be sad because of where it's located to not have one there. I just hate getting rid of big trees if I can help it.
I would love to have a few, sizable shade trees here, but it's the way the land is laid out here. I don't use my backyard because it's a slope. It's not the steepest part of the property, but it's still kind of a pain, It's like, what do I do with this? And the landlord doesn't come out and bush hog it anymore. He got his son put him in a bind. He had to sell his tractor and his bush hog, And so that yard back there, I really can't do anything with it like it is right now. But now my front yard, my side yards, there's all kinds of possibilities there.
Cool. It'll be nice
Possibilities.
nice to see what you're able to grow this year.
I have a threat though. My landlord's talking about moving up there. I'm not particularly fond of him.
To move into that area?
It's his property. He can do whatever he wants to. Well, it's not his property, technically. But yeah, he's talking about moving a trailer in up at the top of the hill, and it's he's trying to do it on the sly. Back when he put all these homes in, there was 3 mobile homes on his property. No, 4. Yeah, there was 4 when they're going. Back then, you could just throw one up anywhere, put septic and electric in and water, and they really didn't have a whole lot of regulations back then. Well, now you have to pour a concrete slab. It has to be inspected. Your house, your mobile home has to be so many feet above that slab. Septic, water, and electric has to be inspected. and he's trying to do it on the sly.
Ah,
And he's gonna be lucky if he even get that trailer up this hill. It's so steep. So I'm really hoping, and I hate to say this, it sounds evil. I just really hope it doesn't work out for him, because it's going to be endless. Just brr, you know. To me, I think my landlord should be like where he's at right now. A half an hour's drive away. He's just really annoying.
yeah, that's a bummer.
He can't move into my old place because he let it go. And I told him, I said, look, the reason I wanted this place where I'm at now, I said, dude, I can see the floor I can see the ground in the kitchen. The wall had pulled away from the floor, and I could see my backyard from it. And I said, I was spending, several $100s every winter just trying to stay warm.
Mm.
And I said, you won't do anything, so what could I do? Well, you could go to Lowe's. You, Barry, could go to Lowe's. Never him, because it's his job as a landlord legally. Yeah, I don't know. Just I hate to talk bad about somebody, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's tough. Oh, okay. Bedtime is approaching for me too here.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to keep it. We're approaching 3 hours, and I meant to keep it 2 hours, but we've had good conversation. So
Absolutely, it always is.
yeah, definitely. I appreciate you coming up. You Goblin.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right.
And a good tomorrow. I hope your weather's going to be as nice as mine.
Oh, it should be. It should
Yeah,
be.
it's supposed to be. All right, you and I'll have a good night over there. It's good
All
to see you.
right. Take
Have
care.
a good. We'll see you. Bye bye. Oh.
Yep, I'm gonna call it in a minute because yeah, 1 minute. I haven't had my dinner yet, so
Uh-huh.
like you want to get that done here pretty soon.
Yeah.
I got part of it started.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'll get into tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens in the morning when I wake up. That's how I'm playing it. Might not wake up in the morning. That's just the way you gotta look at it. You just might not wake up.
Well, now
Well, you never know.
I know that, but I don't think that way.
Yeah.
But
Well,
when the good Lord decides it's time, it's there's not much I can do about it, is there?
no. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow if I'm up and about. We'll see what happens. Whatever presents itself. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping in. You could have gone to any live stream tonight, but you came here, and I appreciate you. And I'm glad I didn't have to hold a pew to your head for you to be here. So
Yeah. Might wait a minute.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.